Hey, while I had a busy day, the original plan was to stream and cover the new Fire Emblem DLC, but apparently Famitsu, at least at the time of recording, they seem to have made a mistake. I think the DLC is actually going to come out next week instead of today. So, kind of mucked up my plans a little bit. So what I would do today is I'm going to show the advantages to the Switch versions of Bayonetta. Now, I haven't really played Bayonetta 1 that much. I pretty much got the download code. I played it for like an hour. So I can't really show it on the first game, but it's pretty much the same deal. The effects are identical. So you have to buy the Super Mirror 64-2, which I believe is 100,000 halos, and then each costume after that is 100,000. So they have unique features. I think this one doesn't do anything. I heard someone say that this is the Princess Peach one. I don't think this one actually does anything. It just kind of changes the cosmetics on the Wicked Weave. So this is one of the least useful ones. I think this one is the same as well. Now the juicy one is the Zelda and the Star Fox one. So the Zelda one is in my opinion probably the best one because it gives you the Moon of Mahakala just as a native or innate ability, meaning that you have a whole extra accessory slot to work with when you use this versus the you know, just equipping it normally. So as long as you have this costume on, you will always be able to parry. So if you want to like really min-max your gameplay, you want to have a little more freedom with your build, and it's actually really good to buy this. And like I said, this applies on the first game as well. These costumes are pretty much recycled from the Wii U version of the first game. They just kind of put them in Bayonetta 2, and since this is kind of an updated port, it's the same deal. Now the R-Wings, they actually do extra damage. Yeah, this one here, this one gives you the Star Fox one. The R-Wings, basically when you shoot and when you do your bullet arts, it does extra damage, so some people actually use this to optimize. It's kind of your choice if you want to do more damage with your bullet arts, or if you want to just have parrying on all the time. Now, I have not tried the Metroid one, but apparently you get a charge shot, so maybe I'll try that out later. But for now, I'm just going to show a little quick example here. Let me get into a fight really quick. So you notice I don't have parrying on at all. Right now I have the Eternal Testimony, which I'll probably replace because the Bracelet of Time actually functions differently in this game than it did in the first one. In the first one you could hold the button down, and while it would like drastically drain your magic gauge, you could basically stay in witch time as long as you had magic. Here it's more like a short burst. So in this game what it's mostly used for is to start a combo, because this game has the kind of BS enemy design where the enemies just don't let you combo that often. So what you usually do is you just kind of activate the Bracelet of Time, and then you start, you know, have some kind of combo starter, like a launcher. You can do Witch Strike, or you can use the whip and just grab things, which is one of the more broken things you can do. But you notice I don't have the Moon of Mahakala on. Well, as long as I have this costume on, I can parry just natively. So I'm going to go ahead and show that really quick. Probably take a little while. I'm a little rusty. I haven't played this for a while. There you go. So I'm going to do that again, and I'm going to show how you can do that with the Bracelet of Time. So let me see what my setup is here. I haven't played in a while. Alright, so this time I'll show how the Bracelet of Time works. So you get a short burst like that, and you can't hold it down. Basically, you hold it down, nothing happens. It just gives you a short burst, which you could argue it is kind of more broken, but at the same time, you can't just like have it on and charge something up that's really strong. So you can use it to kind of start a defense, or maybe like a tank an attack, because you are invincible during which time you can kind of tank something, but you really don't have that much of a duration. So that's basically how it works. I'll go ahead and I'll do one more fight so you guys can see it a little more. It's kind of hard to gain meter with there's only one enemy, especially since that one is timed, so you can't really build much meter. A lot of people say in the Bayonetta Discord that the Bracelet of Time is like one of the most broken things. I think it actually makes the game more fun, because this game is definitely not really friendly to people who want to do stylish combos. It's like the polar opposite of the games it's inspired by. Even when you consider the first game, like, you can't really do a lot of that stuff in this game. Not the best fight to show it off on, so I'm gonna go a little farther here.
Oh.
I don't remember which Muspelheim this is. Check it out. Now, one of the downsides, I'm gonna go ahead and let them kill me. One of the downsides to the Bracelet of Time is you cannot get Witch Time from anything, especially if you're Jean. A lot of players use Jean because she actually does damage. One of the problems with this game is that Wicked Weaves do basically jack for damage. So most people use Jean. Jean can only get Witch Time from the Bat Within, and I don't think you can get that while you have the Bracelet of Time. But you can get it from perfect parries, so it's one reason why the Zelda cosplay costume is actually pretty good for her. Go ahead and I'll do one more battle here. basically how it works. So if you don't want to pay the Nintendo tax for this game, because it is honestly, it's pretty ridiculous. Like, I just bought a copy of Bayonetta 1 from Fanatical for the giveaway for $6.11, and Nintendo's charging $30 for it. There are some actual good bonuses to it. Apparently, I don't have any amiibos because I haven't had a Nintendo console since the Wii, but apparently you can use those and you can get buffs as well. So there are some nice little bonuses to it. I'd say the one that matters the most is the cosplay costumes, because they actually do have unique abilities. I did test the R-Wing, or the Star Fox costume, and the R-Wings actually do more damage. So there are some cool little benefits to it. I don't know when this game is going to be on sale. It's basically, Bayonetta is a first-party title now for all intents and purposes, since they funded Bayonetta 2 and they're funding Bayonetta 3. So that probably means it's going to have the typical Nintendo problem of just being $60 until the end of time. But like I said, I thought I would show a little bit of why there are some good benefits to it, and I think that it's something that's not really talked about that much. Obviously, Digital Foundry, they don't really go into different aspects of the ports aside from the performance. The games perform fine. It does lag a little bit in portable mode. I did already talk about that in length, but the best thing you get is this, because it gives you a whole extra accessory slot to work with. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and stop there. Like I said, the plan was to do the Fire Emblem DLC, but it seems like Famitsu, they made some kind of major error or something. So I'll do that when I can. If it's not later today, then it'll be probably next Wednesday. Catch you guys later. Peace.